Hey guys, it's Diana. We're trying something different tonight. I finally bring out, I told you, that other light set that I bought. It's different. Oh, you'll understand what I'm doing in a minute. I wonder if I could turn this other light on. I've been monkeying with this. Nothing like waiting to wait before class to start monkeying around with something, right? Typical Diana. Let me see. Can I plug this one in too? I don't really need that other light because the light is like right here. And you'll see what it's going to do in a minute. I get to plug this other lamp in just to see if there's. I did a couple reels, and they were so like bright, and I couldn't adjust them, so the reel didn't turn out good. A lot of work for nothing. Hold on. Can you get on my chair? If I need this one or not, let's see. It's a little more light. All right. Well, anyways, let me show you. Hey, Kat, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Turn this around, and it like cameos what I'm doing. I can bring it in or bring it out. All right, so you can see that it's a little different. I can do a whole thing, or I can do this cameo. There's like a circle here. I guess you're working a little closer. I was doing it from the front, but then I couldn't see what the heck I was doing, so you can do it from either side. And the thing is right on here, my phone. So it's a little different. So anyways, these are what I'm doing tomorrow night or Saturday. Yeah, I know, it's really different. This is one I want to make, all the other people I know that are doing their own videos, you know, and they're recording them. They got them like up on a top of a dresser, and they're on the floor, because they can't have like, you can like, you don't want all this other stuff in the picture, so you can do that with this by simply moving it around and nothing else is in the picture. So that's what I was trying to do, and it's really good price on this. So you can see I got my TV or my laptop right there. Anyways, so I'm going to bring this down. If I can get this where I want it. It's still new, so you know me, I got to mess around with stuff. Okay. It's a better picture too, I think. The light is like right in here. There's a circle and it's sitting in the circle. So I'm getting really good light too. So these are the things we're going to do on Saturday. We're going to do these cards. You know, I do the cards. I measured them out on the thing. And I did this one. I did the palette knife. I used a spoon. A small regular spoon. So if you get a plastic spoon or a regular spoon, like, that's what I used. And I mixed up the paint with a thickener, which they'd have to get if they want to do it. And then I did one on this one too. This is just like I measured this out the same size as my little, these canvases. So I measured out, cut it the same. But it's a nice little different look and this is ATC size. So that's coming Saturday. And I got the big one of him. I'm going to do a small one of that. I might make a template for that. And I'm going to do another one of those pumpkins. Just for something different. You know, I show different techniques. I did find my my jelly press to make prints. Which I got to mess around with it again. I'm still adjusting. Hold on. Here, let me see. Let me see if this is up in the it's up in here. Am I up here? Sometimes it takes a few minutes. I'm not sure on the iPad how you get to refresh. Like, there it is. You just push down, I think, just like with your phone. There we are. Just like with your phone. There you go. There we are. Now how do I get the volume down? There you go. There we are. Now how do I get the volume down? There you go. You just shut it up. There you go. So now I can see if I got this centered. You know what I mean? This is how I generally do it. Now I can set it this way, or I can put it this way. No, I don't want to do that. The problem is when I look up at this monitor up here for the laptop or whatever it is, oops. It says you can't turn your phone while recording. Okay. That's what the Facebook just said. Well, that's a bunch of crap. It likes you to go up and down or back and forth. I know that. So let's just keep it this way. Now move this up. How about that? I can't see past the comments, so I'm just going to move them out of the way. And move this up a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. You can kind of see it. I can turn this a little bit. I think you get more of everything. I just got to still mess around with it. I got this down close, so I could probably bring it up higher. So I made the template. Funny thing, this back of this I wrote in, and it is the right color. I wrote in the whatever I forget what it is, something teal, and I'm out of it. But I got Laguna, which is pretty close, I think you can see. So just to let you know, any kind of teal will do really. And I got all the colors. Here it is. I'm going to do the outside first, as usual. So let's get like a small flat, medium flat. I got medium flat. Look at that. You can see my brush. Wow. And I get my water out. Like everything on the wrong side. You might see my bed over there. Just ignore it. I didn't make it yet. I was messing around with this stuff. So I got, pictures over there in the other stand. So if you see it, I'm sorry. I didn't make it yet. The other side of the room. Let's see. All right. That's good. So, well, I was doing it the other way, and I couldn't like put my hand over the top of this thing. So I'm like, oh, what the heck am I going to do that? So we're going to do the teal first. Put this away. I got my paints out. This is kind of messy because I had this in my my wet palette. All right. I'm not worried about going over, like, the edges here because I'm going to come back with the black, and I kind of want it to have that rough look. So I'm just going to do this blue first, this teal. Yeah, we're going to do that haunted house. And I never got back to doing the that rooster and flowers. So now since then I've had 1,000 ideas, and we're almost done. It'll be Halloween over by the time I get to it. So I got to start thinking about Christmas, and we'll probably do that for the Thanksgiving time. Maybe just another pumpkin. I'm thinking some type of pumpkin because it will be Thanksgiving time. So some kind of pumpkin, and then that picture. So that just leaves me, you got to start working on Christmas. I was looking at Christmas stuff today. I kept getting waylaid by I have a ton of Halloween stuff on my phone. But, it won't be here for too long. Get the house all decorated and stuff. Oh, I got through some more stuff. I think you probably heard me talking about that. I got one more box of stuff that's got to be, it's all like bill stuff. And I got to go through it anyways. I told you I still haven't finished the insurance thing. I didn't know I was supposed to keep all my receipts. I mean, I guess I could have cleaned groceries and everything. I'm like, well, I thought they paid me for it. She goes, yes, they did. But what happens is, let's say I told them it was worth $400 or $4, whatever. And it's actually I end up paying more. Some cases I actually paid a lot less. So I won't get no money on that. But anything I paid more of and I replaced it, I'll get the difference. Say it's $100 or something. So then I didn't know what she was talking about. I called her back. So then I lost in one form. I since found it. And she resent the whole thing and made it simpler for me. And I have never gotten back to it. So that's where I was stood. I had to figure out how to do the Amazon to get everything from 2023. And everything else like that. I had to get the right dates because I'm going to be using the screenshots of that and stuff. What a pain in the butt. And I'm just so sick of paperwork. Oh, just so... And I'm not a paperwork person. I'm just not, I can see why everybody wants to do everything online or keep, paper. I like to have physical proof. And I'll tell you, a couple times it came in handy. So, now I got a box and a bag. 2 bags and a box to finish. I got the one side done. I got it stored. Yeah. Yeah, that was just all stuff from like, his eye stuff and, the funeral stuff and will stuff and just things that you got to have just in case they come back. You never know, So I had to keep all that. and everything from the house, like, you know, the fire department, and okay, it wasn't a fire, but, you know, the fire marshal. Just, you got to keep everything because you don't never know, you know. So that's all stored. I went and I bought a different coffee table, and you can store in it, and it can also pop up, and you can put your laptop or iPad, and you can work from there and store the stuff underneath. It really wasn't expensive. And it was small, a little bit smaller, so, because my apartment's not big like it used to be. All right, so there we got a lot of blue on here now. So it's all just like trial and error. Sometimes I think something's going to fit. I need to get another end table for this room because I got so much stuff on there with the sleeping stuff now. So I'm looking at one of those. It's like a bed tray thing, but I want to use it sideways because now I can't close my door. And that wouldn't have been a problem, except my dog gets in here and gets in trouble. So when I get done, when I get done here, I'm going to measure from the door to my bed. We were going to get a smaller bed, but, you know, that bed's comfortable. I says, you know something, forget it now. I'm kind of liking this bed. I don't want to do this again. It's hard. I have problems, you know, with my back and stuff, so, yeah. I slept 10 hours last night. I ain't slept 10 hours, and I couldn't tell you when. I mean, I woke up twice. Or once, I'm not sure. But it's typical for me to wake up once, which is absolutely not abnormal at my age, they're telling me. So then usually I gotta go pee. And I'm thirsty. That stupid mask, I can't sleep with your mouth open, so I got a strap on it, which I don't use anymore because I'm used to it. But every now and then I'll wake up and it gets really loud when you're breathing through your nose. I can get a full mask, but I don't want a full mask because I'm claustrophobic. So it's worked out good. But 9 hours and 59 seconds. You believe that crap? Now, the night before I only slept 5 hours, so that's how it goes, you know. But they said the first 4 hours is the most important. So as long as I get that sleep, I guess that's good. All right, so we got that in. So now I get the same small to medium flat brush. See what I mean? It's not real big. It's flat. It's kind of full of water. I washed a couple of these, but I think I'm going to have to really take them out. I got to get that. I used to use the Mona Lisa brush cleaner, which I haven't ordered. I usually just use Murphy's oil soap, but I haven't done that in a while. And when they're not like kept soft, some of your better brushes, this is a good brush, they'll kind of fluff out like that. I don't want it to be fluffy, so I washed them earlier, but I might go and get the Murphy's out. Or there's this one stuff that comes in a little tub, and it's a shampoo for the brushes and a conditioner. They actually, some of them have to be conditioned, your better brushes, you know. I just don't know if you know that, but normally I just use a little Dawn, but sometimes I will use the Murphy's oil soap just to kind of soften them up a little bit. And then you're supposed to and I don't always do it, but I lay them flat. I don't always do that either. But when I lay them flat and I reshape them with my hand, then they, you know, they're easier to use. So they're just better shaped. So I'm going to the black now. Same brush. And I'm just going to start, just like the picture, I'm going to kind of make the edges a little rough. Where's the picture? A little rough. Just kind of, it's like an old witch's hat. Just kind of do this bit. Remember, you can always, the thing is, you know, with acrylic paint, you can always adjust this with the blue after this is dry. So don't freak out if you don't follow it exactly, but I want it to have a little bit of a rough texture. It's an old witch's hat, so you kind of want it to look like that. So I'm kind of semi-dry brushing this on. But yeah, it takes a little practice to do it, but this really is a very popular technique, and I use it a lot. See, it's like hardly any paint. It's just enough to give you these little, like, wispy strokes. So let it do that, and you can put a few wispies in. And then you can come back in and get some more paint on and get a little more solid. Adjust everything. I think this might have been actually thicker. I think this, sometimes I don't copy it quite right. Well, the picture is, it's funny because I was putting the tracer on this, and this, they're not all the same. Like the tracer fits this page, but it didn't fit this one. So this book is a watercolor, and this one's a multimedia. So when I went to put this on here, it like went off the page because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I got a little confused about where I should have adjusted it. Well, when I got it out, I penciled it in the rest of the way. You'll find sometimes you gotta do that with some of the tracers. I'm not the only one that just does it by hand. So I started that sublimation, and then it turns out you can do it on an iPad. I haven't gotten back to it. Now I don't even know where the link is, but it seems like everybody's doing a class for it, so I'm not worried about it now. But just to have it a little neater. But, you know, I don't want to make too much of an investment because I'm still not doing enough people that, you know, I kind of wait until I'm doing enough of something to put the money in there. Because you can, like, really throw money after money and do not do much, you know. So I don't want to do that. So there you go. So then we got this in here. Now I'm not going to worry about these too much. I'm going to kind of go around them a little bit. I was going to do a shoe, and I never got back to the shoe. I did shoes, antique, if you guys don't know if you were around, but some antique shoes. They hung on my wall at my old house. I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them. They might be here. I told you we packed four bins full of the good stuff. And I haven't been back in. That was like the first week we moved in here. We went through the good paintings. So I'm assuming they're in there, but there's two of them. Of some antique, like, you know, turn of the century shoes. They came out really adorable. But I don't know. I'm just going to kind of go around these just a little bit. Just kind of a little bit. Nothing fancy. Because we're going to go back over. Just get some of the background covered. Don't freak out. All right. I got to put some highlights on this too. So I'm going to grab a little bit of white with that black. I really kind of got some more room here. I feel kind of weird. I got all this room. All right. So I'm going to kind of just make a couple streaks here and there. Just to kind of show the shape up a little bit. You can kind of come in here too if you want to. Yeah, I might have to still shorten that up a little bit. It seems like it should be wider. Let's go a little wider here. Just it where you need to. What makes this, it really is where it's like in the wind or something. Like it's been tossed around. All right, so right there. This whole thing with those people up in the mountains up there, I got caught up in it again today and started crying. I'm like, you know, I gotta stop. I just don't need no help. You been watching it, Kat? Oh my God, it's so sad. Let me see if am I still up here? I think I am. Yeah. So sad. All right, so I did purple, but same thing. I think it was a different purple, so I'm gonna use this any purple will do. Which one? I picked out this Vivid Violet, which is really pretty. And I'm just gonna lay this down flat with this small flat, like this, like that. Well, this paint's still wet a little bit. Oh, I got a lot of black in this brush. I'm gonna rinse the brush. Okay. Oh. So I got this all cleaned out underneath this table. My dog sleeps here and he made quite the mess. So I pulled the rug out, sitting out back. It rained. So I gotta get it and clean it. I'm thinking seriously about just taking it to the car wash or see if I can get my daughter to do it. She couldn't come down this week. She's messing around the insurance company because, you know, her car got all banged up on one side from that hurricane they had, or not hurricane, what do they call it? Tornado. So she's just getting to it, you know. So she's waiting to hear what they're going to do. And she's going to have another car. I said, well, it seems to me you pay enough. Your insurance company should cover, or at least the store should cover you getting a rental. So she's going to find that out. If not, she's talking about borrowing my car. So I'm pretty sure you won't have to, but that was yesterday, so I haven't heard from her. So she didn't come down. She's on the phone all day. So welcome to my world. I spend all my time on medical appointments and insurance companies and things have calmed down now. I kind of got everything under control. My blood pressure's down a lot, which makes a big difference. I feel better. Probably why I'm sleeping better, right? Although I'm still working on the weight. But you know, I like to eat, right, Kat? If we like to eat, I love to eat. I don't care. But I'm eating less. I am eating a lot of bad stuff, but I'm still like not eating a lot of carbs and just trying to behave. Because even when you take that medicine, you still gotta, people think they can. We were talking about a girlfriend of hers, my sister's a runner, and she's heavy set. You see, some of these runners are not thin, and this is a big girl. And she said she always takes the easy way out. You know, she says, so sometimes it's like, you know, she doesn't do what she's supposed to do. So she ends up throwing up. She eats too much. And she went and she tried some other stuff. And I said, you know, you still gotta, which really surprised me because I know my daughter had it. And they made her go through this whole therapy thing. And she ended up putting all the weight back on, this girl did. And it caused a lot of problems. But now it's different because they can reverse it. It isn't like the old days. It could kill you back then, and it did some people. So there you go. See, I just made a little tiny circle. You could do it with the back of your brush if you wanted to. And then I kind of want a smaller brush, a little more pointy. You want to put this one's crooked, but it's a pointy brush. See, it's pointy. And I'm gonna do my roses with that. And I got the Tutti Frutti, which is a really hot pink. I'm gonna put that in first. Make little circles. This is a pretty similar color, so I'm going to have to darken those flowers, I think. This is too close. Let me go back with the other brush. Now I'm going to mix that in with a little bit of what is this? A wine or a cranberry. I need to darken these up a little bit. I need a little contrast over here. I put what is this? I gotta find it. It's like a burgundy red. Just make sure you got some contrast. Let me see. It's a cranberry wine. I mix it in with that vivid purple. Just to darken that up. They're similar in color, but this is a little redder. Sometimes you got to do that. I find sometimes even when I buy the same color, it might not look the same. I was watching this other artist. I don't know if I sent it over to you in our group, but he was talking about no matter what color or company you use, he recommended this one line, what I'm looking at right now. Yellow and orange always are a problem. So he says, I buy a lot of the cheaper stuff, even the craft paints. He says, but I put my money in those two colors and one other color. Oh, was it purple? He said, because no matter what, every line I've used, and it's true, the orange and the yellows are a little hard to go on. So what he does is he just mostly invests in those colors. He says, you know, that makes more sense. And I like the golden, I like their pink, the Quasdizidone. I have some. It just gives it it looks really like you can make it light or dark, or you can add it in with blues, and it gives you really pretty colors, you know. So I did the hot pink first. So I think that's good advice. I think it's called Nova Color. Actually, the prices are so good. It comes like in pots. It's an acrylic paint. I'm looking at it right now. I just looked at it. And they give you some deals. I just got in their email list. This is how you get the deals, get in the email list. And the colors, there's a lot of them. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try some different colors, the orange and yellows and stuff. And then I just mix the white and make how I make my little lines, guys. How I do that. So I put one like right here too, like that. Like a bud. I put two pinks, a little white in the middle sometimes. Or sometimes I go the white on the outside and the white on the inside. So I'm going to try that Nova Color. So I got green. Got a green here. It's like a nice bright green. And I'm adding a little white. I'm going to make my little... It's like little footballs. You can add yellow and green too. And I'm going to make some little footballs. I'm thinking it's just going to work out. I got to figure out how I'm going to situate everything here though. It's a little precarious on this other side with my laptop or whatever it is. iPad. I can just make another one right here. Whoops. Whoopsie. Whoops. The wrong ones. So you get a little cluster of flowers now. Green and yellow again. I'm just going to start bringing them right out here. I got to fill that one part in with black. You can go back with the black and you kind of reshape any of your flowers here. You can. Your leaves, whatever. Cutting in, they call this. Cutting in. Can reshape stuff. Yep. So I'm going to take some white. I'm going to take this thin one. Actually, I'm going to go back to that one we had. The flat, medium. And I'm going to kind of take the white, get it on there thick, offload it so you get that brush look that we got going on. I'm going to take some off and I'm going to start just kind of coming around in a circle here. Dry brushing it on. Shoot. Shoot. And I also did some yellow. Dry brush that in, offload a little bit, put the yellow on, offload it onto the paper or wherever. And you can kind of, I did some black too. I gotta take a little bit of this, kind of fix this up too a little bit here. It's a fun little painting. Just this little bit. I think I got a little too raggedy here. Too raggedy muffin. She's looking like she's got a bad dreadlocks, right? Just went a little bit, not too much. It was too much. This thing wants to... Facebook is giving me a hard time today. Wants to shut up. I'm getting I don't know if you guys are, I'm getting like some buffering. That's good. This is good. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, mess it up more. All right, so then you can go and you can like start adding more flowers if you want to. I made like these little buds up here. I just like did like that. This pink is kind of transparent. See, but that quadrizaron, or whatever you call it from golden, it don't do this. It really gets on there pretty pink. But I'm going to fix this with some white. Put the white right over top of it. This thing, I was moving around because I want to put some Halloween stuff out. And the base of this is solid oak. It holds this whole armature. Guys, I dropped it on my foot. Oh, I got a mark there. I thought, oh no, I broke my toes. My kids are going to kill me. They're sick of me, right? And I'm good. But I got a mark. Oh, it's, you know, things happen, right? Oh, I don't know how they do it. I'm like a big kid. My daughter calls me her kid. The youngest one, always around. But she lives the closest too, you know. So that makes a difference. This just seems like a little too thick here, so I'm gonna cut into this with the blue. So I'm okay. Oh my God. That looks good. That's fine. You kind of soften this up with a little bit of that gray color if you need to. You can soften this up. And dry brush it out. Dry brush it out. I get this on paper. You can do this on canvas. I get this in my book. But you would do this on a canvas. 8 by 10. These are standard 8 by 10 Most of these books are right around that size, but this is a little bigger. So if you're doing a class, somebody wants to do a class with this picture that joins, they can use it for a class. You could do 11 by 14. All right, rinse it off. I'm going to get some green. And I'm going to make little footballs again. Let's do a few here and a few here. Like they're blowing off in the wind, you know. Wherever you want to add them. Like they're coming off the hat. And then you can add some yellow to it. Yeah. A little yellow here too if I want. So this is pretty much done. Cute, huh? I think it needs a little bit more of that grayish white here. Maybe just a bit, show the shape up a bit more. Some blue. I still haven't gotten to, but what I want to do is, I've been looking for a place to sell my work. I've been busy just still getting this house together, but, okay, I'm going to do that painting for you, the little ornament, but I'm thinking about maybe putting another kit together for money, and then putting, I want to start, I don't want to do Etsy, and I don't want to do Shopify. I want to sell artwork. But I know there's a group I could have, but there's another $50 a month. I'm in 2 groups now, so I'm like, ugh. And I really like both of them. One gives me scheduling posts, and she's got me in 2 classes. She put me in the other one free. That Jamie Norvell, I'm in her other class, and I'll pay nothing. So I'm in her business group, it's free. And I'm in my paint party headquarters. So, but I want to start. There is where I see the other girls have. It's like Shopify, where I can have the sales right on my page. And I know there's a way you do that, and I got to figure that out. So I started, and then I never went back, because I know you can do it on Instagram. So I did get a link. I can go a link in my bio, and I got my art page on there. And the guy did change my my website, so it's a little different if you go in there. But all the artwork's on there is either I sold it or gave away or whatever. So I could never figure out how to change it. I don't really want to get into another website though. So, but I do think I can start right on my page. I can put in like an area where I can sell my work and my kits. I see everybody else doing it. So, Facebook has this thing where you can have a store. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a project, you know. So anyways, I can sell some of my stuff. I'm not looking to make a ton of money. Like some of these girls want to make a lot of money. I'm looking to supplement my income, because you can only make a certain amount and they start bothering you. And once I get to be 70, it's a different story. So, all right. So anyways, guys, let me just back this up. Okay. And here this is. I think it does a better picture. The colors and stuff. Doesn't it look better? The colors? Hey, it's a little wonky still, but it's supposed to be. But didn't the colors come out good? I think it's just the way this camera's set. It's got like a, let me take this off here to show you. I had to take I have a thing on where I keep money on this. It wraps around my phone. But look. See, here it is right here. There is the armature. There's the base. This thing's like a rock, and it comes around, and you put everything right on there. Isn't that cool? So, I can take it off now. But I've had it for like, since not too long after I moved in here, so it's been sitting out there with in front of my TV set, and I was putting my antenna on it. It's just a cone thing, you know, for the local stations, because I don't pay for direct TV. I just got Wi-Fi. Anyways, that's it for tonight, and then I will see you in 2 weeks. It's on the calendar. I didn't make mine yet. In 2 weeks, and we're gonna do this guy. Well, I got him started. That's the template. I'm not done yet, though. I was looking, I might do him bigger. So, I think it would be really cute if it was bigger. So, And you know how I do those ghosts that are kind of see-through? I was thinking maybe doing a couple of them too. So all right, so we'll do that in 2 weeks. That'll be our Halloween painting. I don't know what's going on. Oh, this is the light from this side. I'm getting too much light. See what happens when I get too much light? It gets this glare. You see it? Be careful. All right, so have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Saturday? Tomorrow. All right, have a good night, Kat. See you guys later. Bye.